Shalom Aleichem, everybody. Hope all is well. Some big events taking place in the world right now, and we're connecting it to prophecy, to the coming of the Jewish Messiah, how it's all going to unfold. We see there's elections now in Turkey. That is greatly going to affect the dynamics of the Middle East. We see that Russia, China, working together, what's going on with Russia, Ukraine, and China is partnering up with Russia in general. We see that Israel is clashing with Gaza, and there was a ceasefire, and now today again there was some back and forths. We see the situation is still tense. And something I want to emphasize right now is that we're not looking. People say, "Is there peace now in Israel?" Now there's a ceasefire. The answer, my friends, we're not looking to win this war to just have peace. That there's just going to be peace between Israel and their neighbors in Gaza. We're looking for the ultimate peace. We're not looking for a political solution. There's no political solution to this. If people still believe there's a political solution to this, they're not. These people aren't 100% there. There is no political solution to any of this. There's a godly solution to this, and that is the coming of the Mashiach, the Jewish Messiah, who's going to transition the world into a new divine era. And that is what we await for it every single moment. That's what we pray for 3 times a day, and that's what we've been waiting for 5,783 years, my friends. And that's the truth of it. So we have to do something very important. This is what we've been learning the past couple days in the daily Tanya. The book of Tanya is Hasidic and Kabbalistic. It's the teaching of Chabad Chassidus, which is the secrets of Torah. It's the inner Torah dimension of Torah that gives us an intel, gives us the know-how to navigate our own soul and our own consciousness and connect to the divine, connect to God. Gives us the tools to experience God in our lives and to improve ourselves and to make ourselves a vessel for the divine light. And what does it tell us that relates to these events taking place is that we have to channel our emotions towards God. We have to control our emotions with our mind, with our soul is mostly revealed in our mind, mostly experienced in our mind. We have to use our thoughts to influence our heart, that our emotions should connect to God. That by thinking about Hashem, thinking about God with our minds, it can move our hearts to feel a love and fear of God in our emotions. So whenever a situation arises, such as the news that we see, that there's a war in the Holy Land of Israel, that there's wars in Europe, China, Russia, Turkey, all these events, Taiwan, all these so on and so forth, America in the Gulf, America and Iran, tensions are flaring. All these things, my friends, we have to use these emotions, and we have to see them through the lens of Torah, the lens of the divine. This is called the Torah channel. It's not called the news channel. We're not a news channel here. We're a Torah channel here. And sometimes, like I emphasize, we have to see the news through the lens and with the flavor of Torah and prophecy. We have to see the prophecy in the news, because at the end of the day, the same person we just spoke about, the same holy man who wrote the book of Tanya, the Alter Rebbe, also tells us that when the Messiah comes, it's going to be on the news. It's going to be in the newspaper, he said, which is what's modern day newspaper is the internet. It's going to be all over the internet that the Messiah is here. So that's why now here at the Torah channel we're trying to get the world ready and perpetuate and accelerate this redemption, because we know our actions accelerate this redemption. And we know we are not free right now. We're in a state of slavery right now, and whether we realize it or not, that doesn't change the fact that we're in a state of slavery, because we are enslaved to our own evil desires, our own animalistic desires. And until we connect to God fully, and until we throw ourselves into the ways of the Torah and mitzvahs and the 7 laws of Noah, if you're not Jewish, the 7 laws of for all of mankind, unless a person changes their life and decides to dedicate their lives to God, till then they will still be in a state of slavery. And the slavery is they're enslaved to their own shortcomings, their own insecurities. And that is why we have to learn Torah. That is why we have to do mitzvahs, which are the commandments, because we have to connect to our true selves, which is God. God is our true self. Our soul is called a spark of God, a flame, a spark of divinity. We have a spark of divinity within ourselves. We have to reveal it through the Torah and mitzvahs, because that is the platform, that is the blueprint, that is the formula to be able to reveal God in this world, because this world is the lowest of all worlds. There's no world lower than us. And this is the world where the redemption is coming. We are going to enter a new era, a divine era, a better day. Better things are in store for us. We have to be aware of the news, because it's going to manifest through the news. The news is how the Almighty is choosing to alter the world and develop the world and accelerate the world's change, and it's the way it's going to be. So when we see that, the elections in Turkey, we have to realize that this is a big event. Who's going to be elected? Turkey is a major empire in the Middle East, and they have tremendous military might, and whoever becomes on top of this election, that will have an effect on the region at large. And we know that the Middle East is a very explosive region, to say the least. And each major empire in this region, at any moment, things could spark out of control. We have to see that this is the area where the Holy Land is. The Holy Land is found in this Middle East region. And it is also the centerpiece of this explosive energy there, because there's divinity in the Holy Land. And the neighbors around it sense it, and it causes chaotic events to take place. As well as Russia and China, these are two major players, in America, and we see the elections coming in a couple of years in America. But we realize that all these politics are they're just, what's it called, smoke screens. It's just a show, it's just a game. There's people say, who's really running the world? And everyone is it's not as it seems. Who's really running the world is really the Almighty, and everyone is being used as a pawn by the Almighty. Even the people who are evil and people who are trying to hurt the Jewish people and try to hurt innocent people, the Almighty is controlling them. And yes, they're doing evil things, but the Almighty is going to turn it into the favor of the Jewish people. He's going to turn it into the favor of the redemption. So always pay attention to the news, but pay attention to it always through the lens of the Torah and through prophecy, and pay attention to the prophecy that's unfolding. We know the prophecy is unfolding. And the Rebbe, the leader of our generation, told us we're in the final generation. And at any moment now, the redemption is coming. But we have to realize that this war is fought. There's really a war going on right now. And it's the most major war of all time, and people don't even realize that before us there's a war. And this is a war of awareness, a war of divinity. And slowly but surely people are awakening to realize that the Almighty, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, is judging the land, Shofet Ba'aretz. He is controlling the world and is giving us the opportunity to cling on to Him and to build a relationship with Him. But it has to come from us. He's giving us signs. Signs. He's giving us, I wouldn't say signs of the word, He's giving us revelations through certain events, but we have to move towards Him. He's not going to do the whole job for us, because He wants it to come from us, because that's the greatest part. When we move towards the Almighty, when we give to Him, that is the greatest opportunity, to give something, to be a soldier of the Almighty, to bring something to Him in this world, to carry out His will in this world. If we just receive from Him, it's beautiful, but we want to give back to Him. We want to carry out His will. We want to give Him pleasure. We want to give. Receiving all the time is nice, but the ultimate receiving is really to give. The ultimate level is to actually give back. When you really love someone, you want to give back to them. And that's what we want to do for the Almighty. And we have to realize that this is really the war that's going on. A war of awareness of God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And we know in the previous generations, past few generations, the deepest secrets of Torah have been revealed. This is called Chassidus, which also explains Kabbalah. It's the explanations of Kabbalah, and even deeper than that. And we are in this generation where the deepest secrets of the Bible, of the Torah, have been revealed to us, and they're exposed to us. We have exposure to them. And now with the internet, with technology, they're even more accessible physically, and we can share them like we're trying to do here at the Torah channel. We have to realize that this is the revolution. This is the Messianic era. This exposure and this facilitation of this revelation of the secrets of Torah, that meaning they're accessible. There's this accessibility to the deepest secrets. The secrets of Torah, of Kabbalah, the Chassidus, that actually affect your consciousness. We're learning how to reprogram our consciousness to become aware of God and to live with God and to live this in a euphoric and settled and real true, fulfilling existence in service of the Almighty for His sake. So may Hashem bless you. May He bring His Mashiach immediately. May the whole world know God, as it says, and the whole world will know that it is God that is here, that is the Lord, and there's no one else besides Him. God bless you all. May we experience this day. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Please give us a donation if you're able to. Any amount is infinitely appreciated and has infinite value to help us reach the more millions of people that we have reached already. We plan to reach millions and billions, God willing, and trillions more. God bless you all.